Hi, my name is Gabriela Yoko Ama. I prefer being called Gabby actually, and I am a multidisciplinary artist. So I'm into a lot of things actually. For my day job, I am a graphic designer, and then I am an augmented reality designer and a painter. So, what is augmented reality? It's like, simply put, it's like Snapchat filters and the rest. So, yeah, I design stuff like that. And then, as a painter, I am into landscape paintings and uh, anime character paintings. So I love anime a lot, and then I got inspiration to start painting them on like fabric. That's like tote bags, t-shirts, jeans, etc. So as I said, I love anime. So it started out as something I just wanted to try it and see how it would turn out, and then I liked how I liked the process. So this is something I did. One of my first bags I painted. It's of an anime character named Luffy, and I love that character so much because he's very funny. Yeah. My creative process. So usually when I am painting, I get orders from people and then they tell me what they want, the specific character they want, and then I go online. If I've watched the anime before, I will go online and then search for images that the person would want, my customer would want, and I'd show the image to the person, mock it up nicely on bags for them to have a preview of what it will look like on a bag or on a t-shirt, send it to the person, and if I receive the go ahead to paint, I start painting. Usually it takes me about 1 day or some hours of focus to finish a painting, but then sometimes when I'm doing big t-shirts, it takes me more than an hour, more than some days, like 5 days or a week to finish it because it's a big t-shirt and I'm a small person. Whenever I am landscape painting and whenever I'm doing paintings of landscape, it's mostly for therapy and I enjoy the process. I just get in the zone and paint. So usually I paint nature, and that's forest scenes, the sea, stuff like that. And I have a couple of paintings, but that's on hold now because I'm into anime painting. And as an AR designer, I am working under Lime and Honey as an AR designer. When I was a kid, you know how like when you're all children, your parents will come and ask you, so what do you want to be in future? And then somebody will be like, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, whatever. Well, I didn't know what I wanted to be, and I still kind of don't know what I want to be, but I'm getting there. I didn't know what I wanted to be, and at that young age, I didn't pressure myself into figuring out what I wanted to be. So my parents were like, well, everyone was like me, I'm not serious with life and the future. It was just vibes for me, moving with the flow. And so I was in class six. No, I wasn't in class, sorry, I was 6 years old in class one. And then one time they give us a homework to draw a butterfly or something. And you know how children draw stick stuff? Well, my drawings were like that at first, and then I decided to give my homework to my cousin to do it for me, and then he drew an average butterfly, but you know, as a kid, things you're easily wowed by stuff, so I was so wowed by it, and then I decided to keep tracing that butterfly, just draw it everywhere, and that's how it started for me. I started drawing, I started loving art, started loving the process of fascinating people with my drawings. And in uni, well, in SHS, when I was moving to SHS, my parents were like, why do you want to do visual arts? You should do general arts, you should do science. But I told them, no, I don't want to do that. If you let me do that, I'm not going to learn, and then yeah, I'm not going to learn, and you waste your money. And uni to the same thing, they try to make me do something else, and I still stood my ground that I want to do arts related courses. So from there, I did communication design in KNUST, and I started to get into the industry or the creative space that's for graphic design and multimedia. And then in 2020, when the whole pandemic happened, I started out as an intern with Make Digital. It's a company, was a startup company. So I was doing social media posts for them, and then later I saw some poster on Instagram saying that if you understand this, it was just like emojis arranged to tell you internship. So I understood it, and I sent my portfolio to them, and it was Lime and Honey. They accepted me to come be an intern with them. So in 2020, I was interning as Lime and Honey, and then one time I decided to draw some characters for just drawing sake, and my boss liked it and said he's going to put me on some project. So that project was augmented reality based, and that's how it started for me with both design and augmented reality. So I had to develop those characters well and make them into filters for the company. With regards to family support with my family, my parents, like I said earlier, you see, there's this misconception around visual arts students and visual arts in general in Ghana, where parents think it's a very useless course. So they don't want their children to go into that field because to them it's not profitable. But my family, they realized that nothing they would say would actually change my mind. If like I'm set on doing something, I would do it. So my father actually started to call me a rebel because I'm not listening to him and not doing what he's asking me to do. But aside all that from my parents, they've been very supportive, because whenever I am painting, whenever I am drawing or doing something, they come stand around, look, they are fascinated, and I think they are pretty happy. No matter, even though I didn't listen to them, they are still happy with how it turned out. Kinda, maybe, I don't know for them, but yeah. My siblings I'm from a family of like all girls. I have 3 siblings, 3 female siblings, so they are also quite supportive in that aspect. And yeah, my friends are also supportive too, because I mean, it's not every day you see I mean, like this thing is all about. It's rare to see ladies in this space, so sometimes I do some things and it wows them, and they are very supportive, and they are like, keep doing it. Like, even if I don't know how to do something, they won't hesitate to like tell me how to do it or show me their way or teach me. I think the kind of person that likes to do what people would say you can't do. So once you tell me, Gabby, you can't do this, that's what will make me want to do it more. And when I was in tech, so we had just few girls in our class, and the rest were boys, and they were all awesome people. They could do stuff, and I see them, I get envious, and I'm like, I can also do it. So I tell my dad, I need these gadgets, I need this, and he will buy it for me, and then I'll do it. I'll do whatever the boys are also doing, because I mean, I can also do it. There's no reason why they can't do it and I can't. They can't do it and I can't do it. I can also do it. So I just do whatever comes to mind, whatever the boys are doing, I follow them kinda. When I was in like SHS, JHS, and every time, I said this before about gadgets, but my dad was usually the one who buys me my paint stuff, and he buys from the most expensive art shop in Ghana, acrylics. It's not expensive, but it's the only art shop we have. And then I'd be in like in SHS, I'm the only one with those kind of tools and stuff, and the other girls would be, I mean, everyone is borrowing from me, but it's like a never-ending supply, because if it finishes, I'll tell my dad it's finished and I need more, and he gets it for me. So even though he didn't like the idea that I was into visual arts, or he wanted me to do something, another course, which he thought was better, he eventually came to accept that this is what I want and this is what I want to do. So the same for my mom too. Eventually they came to accept it. And with my painting business, I've received so much support from people I didn't think I'll receive, or it didn't cross my mind, because it was something I was just doing for fun, like therapy kind of. But a lot of people have given me stuff, have posted me on their channels because they see my work and they think it's pretty amazing. And even just recently, somebody just got me an airbrush, which is like a handy tool for painting. So I'm quite psyched about that, about using an airbrush. And challenges, with regards to challenges, I don't think I've really had challenges, because like I said, when I see them do it, I want to do it. So it's not really a challenge to me. It's like pushing me to do it. So I've been working with Lime and Honey since 2020 as an intern till date, and did my NSS there, everything with Lime and Honey. And they are all wonderful people. They push you to do more. They push you to chase whatever you want to do and actually do their work too. So don't chase and leave their work behind, kinda. So my bosses, I have two bosses. They are all wonderful people. They can be strict on me sometimes, but I take it as them just trying to make me a better person, or much better than what I am right now. Because yeah, I know I still have a lot to learn, even though some people will see my works and be like, this girl, she has reached you, but no, I haven't reached, please. So I still have a lot to learn, and I'm glad I met my bosses. I'm glad I'm in Lime and Honey, because through them I've gotten to know lots of things, and I'm not so naive in the creative space anymore. To top up with the challenges, so I mean, you can't have it all smooth and all rainbows. Sometimes there are like rocks in there. So I think this challenge is with me and not really with the people around me, because they are wonderful people and they are always looking out for me and supporting me in whatever way they can. Because sometimes I'll just get up in the office and tell my boss, I want to do this. And at this point, he's like so fed up with me, because every day I'm telling him I want to do something new, and there are days when it doesn't always come to pass, but I still have it at the back of my mind that I want to do it. So this challenge with me is that sometimes I feel incompetent, that what I'm doing isn't enough, or I'm not like up to, and I need to step up my game. I know I have to step up my game, but sometimes it's not. It feels much different, that I feel useless. And this makes me feel very stressed, depressed, because you want to be good, so you can give good works, but then you're trying to be good and it seems like it's not good enough to you, it's not good enough, that kind of thing. So this challenge it's a personal challenge. I don't know if like other people go through it, but it's something that is there, not feeling like you're not enough or you're not good enough for what you're doing. And it takes some time to work on, but eventually you will have to start appreciating ourselves more in whatever we do in the smallest of ways. About AR, I love AR so much. I love it because it's like much different from graphic design. I get the chance to actually think and try to figure things out because there's a lot of program stuff going on in the background. Yeah, so because of AR, I started to learn how to code. Don't ask me why, but I started to learn. And how is it going? It's not going so well, but I'm getting there. And yeah, under Lime and Honey, I have worked with brands like Betway, Jamja, Hope City. Like, I've done filters for them, and they're all solid filters, but there's lots of improvements as usual. I'm always learning. Challenges with my painting business. I realized that I wasn't getting like good quality materials in Ghana, so I went around looking for. I thought of like doing them myself, sewing. So I learned how to sew too, just so I can get quality fabrics and quality bags for my clients. So now I have sewing in my inventory as well. What I'd like to tell everyone, male, female, whoever you are, don't if you feel like you should be doing something and you feel like you don't feel valued or something, scratch that. If you feel like you should be doing something, just do it. Don't stress about how you're going to do it. Just start, because eventually you get it. Even if like you don't know anything about it at all, just start. You don't have capital, just start, because eventually you get there. You figure it out somehow. If you don't feel undervalued, don't feel incompetent, because you're trying your best. Everyone is trying their best, and yeah, your best is your best. You should embrace your best. Don't always feel inspired and feel included in whatever you're doing. You're not alone out there. In some way, I can say my challenges have shaped me into being like a better person, because like I said earlier, if I want to do something, I do it. So me feeling incompetent and not up to, it's just like kind of motivating me to push harder past what I am doing currently and do stuff that will make me feel much better or happy. And aside that, you know how like when you are working, sometimes you get stressed, other stuff, life happens. Aside that, I'm starting to realize that sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes like I'm just overthinking things, that if I sit down and calm down, things will work out eventually. Yeah, so I try not to be stressed, but sometimes it's like inevitable workload, kinda.